Elements in CSS. We're gonna learn about the difference between inline and block elements. So if I come here, I have the single website that we have been working with, website.html, and it's just that. I'm using Visual Studio Code on live server. So let me run this. We don't have anything here. So there are two kinds of HTML elements that you need to know. So one is called inline elements, and the other one is called block elements. So one is inline and one is block. And the main difference between the two is block elements, now, first of all, it starts from a new line. So if you already had a line, they will start from a new line. Second, they tag the whole width available to them. So let me show you some. For example, if we use h1, call this is h1, and let me have a paragraph called, let me just say, let me text, and just copy that, and it'll be boom. I need to close the paragraph. Let's say I have I don't know, like a footer. Just be like this is a footer, and let's say I have a div. This is a div. So all of this I can add a list to. So let's just add another list. I have a list item called item 1, and I have another one called item 2, and you guessed it, I have another item called what? Item 4. There we go. That's gonna make me something. Okay, let's just do this. Cool. Now if I go here, now we see, first of all, that starts from a new line. The header starts from a new line, and it took the whole width. The paragraph the same, right? The footer the same, the div the same, the single item is the same. So now these are the block elements. Some inline elements would be a link. So if you have a link that goes to, I know, Google, see. So we have this link that goes to Google, and we call it search with Google. Just save that. Now you see it starts from a new line, but the reason is actually because that is block. So let me add another thing, another link here that goes to TechCrunch. So let me just copy the website here. So copy this, and be like, go to TechCrunch. If I save this, you see it started right after the Google. And it doesn't tag the whole space. See, it only tags that. Doesn't tag the whole space. Another one would be like an image, right? So I'll just say source. We don't have a source, so I'll just say dynamic image. It's kind of like an image that changes. Let me see here. Lauren Bixen. It's a website that you can kind of get the URL for the specific image. So let me code here. Now you see the image also just started right after this, right? Another one is like another one would be input elements. So let's say we have input type, it's a text. If I save that, you see it comes right after. So these are the only tag the space they need, right? Instead of tagging the whole width, they only take the space they need, and they don't start from a new line. So this is the two different kinds of these are the two different kinds of elements. Here, this is what I was talking about. Now you can change the default behavior. So for example, let's in the CSS here, we selected the A, so we're selecting all the links. We can make their display inline. It's already inline actually. We can make it block. So if I say block, now you see they are acting like a block. First of all, every one of them takes the whole width, and so you can change it like that. You can change it to a block. I can make the list items right here, which are default block. I can make their display inline. And now you see they're right after one another. Something cool you can make this. This is how you actually create like the in mouse head, like menus, because it's a list of items, basically a list of links. So you just put the link inside there, and then you make it horizontal or vertical, the way you want. But you get the idea. We can change from display or inline. Now, sometimes we just want to do change to something. So let me actually go back here, and right now I want to style the A, so I want to still style the links, but I want to give them first of all background color. Let's just make it that color. That's great. I want to give them a margin, so we have a little space, so let's say 20 pixels. I think that's too much, so let's just give 10 pixels. Great. And let me give a padding of 20 pixels. Save that. No, it's all great. So let me actually remove the image, because we kind of need this space right there. But you see, it's like really close to the one above it, although we have a margin of what, 10. And if I increase the margin by 20, I don't want to click that. If I make this 20 and I save it, you see it's still this moved and this moved, but on the top is the same. So you will have a scenarios like this where you still want it to be so right now we can change the display to block, and then it takes the whole thing. But what if we don't want to do that, right? What if we want to create, as I was talking about this, what if we want to have a list, so like this, of menus, right? Of like links, for example. So how would we able to design this like a block while it's still inline? So we do inline block. If I save this, now you see it actually, now it treats as a block, so it treats as a separate thing while it's still inline. So that's pretty cool thing. Okay, so that's kind of the main things. There are two more other properties that I wanted to discuss. One is called hidden, and one is called hidden and none. So it's like, what if you don't want to display, what if you don't want to show that? So I actually want to give the second link an ID here, CSS ID called second link, and I'm gonna use that here. Let's just create an ID called second link. So here I'm selecting the ID. So I mean I'm only selecting this. A selects both. We discussed that in another video. Okay, so here I'm only accessing that. So first of all, I want to change the background to this. So if I save this, like that, let's see, we have an ID called section, not second. So let me just do that. Now, cool. Now we see the background changed. So let's just change color to white. Whoa, that is worse. So let's just change black. Nice. We can make the text text decoration none. Nice. So I mean that looks great. Can actually so now what I'm trying to do is, now if I say display, like if I want to remove that and I say display none, first of all, basically it's deleted from here, right? The space is empty and it's deleted. So right now we don't know where that is, but you can hide it. So if you say hidden, if I save that, let me actually do this. So it's right there. So now just say display. Let's see. So we just said that none basically makes it deletes it. So what if we just don't want to see, right? What if we still want to keep it there, but just we don't want to see? Then you can actually control the visibility. So you can make it hidden. And if I unlock this now, you see it's right, it's there. The space is still occupied. It just doesn't show. So that's if you just want to hide something, you can do that. if you want to delete it totally, then you can just say display none. So that would be the main difference between the two. Yeah, that is all I wanted to cover. See you in the next video.